Am I on? Yes, I'm on. Okay. The dogger is live after, gosh, I don't know how long it's been. Hey, Jenna, Patricia. Hey, dogger, it's Patricia. Hey, Patricia. And who else? Barbara Everett, my favorite redhead. You know, I ought to be really excited to be home, but I tend to get that place makes you lazy. I mean, I don't have to keep up with my pills when I take them. I don't have to keep up with my shots. And plus, the people were just absolutely wonderful. I mean, they were fantastic. Uh, I was kind of sad to leave, and I made such good friends. And let me tell you something. There was this girl. Uh, I didn't think I would ever be interested in another woman, but I'm sure interested in this, but I'm not going to follow up on it because I don't have no room in my life for a woman. Her name's Molly. Uh, I, I, I fell in love with this girl. I don't know. She did a lot for me. She come to visit me sometimes on her day off. I think it was a day off, but uh, I was stuck on her. Uh, but some of those people in that rehab, they uh, they don't. Is that on my face or what the heck is that? I don't know what that is. My daughter shaved me a while ago and cut off my hair. It was bothering me. But I'm glad to be home, but I'm almost to square one again. Uh, I can stand up. I can lock the wheels on this chair and I can stand up. And I don't want to miss Isabel. How you doing? Uh, and of course, message retracted. Oh, she took it back. What'd you take it back for, Patricia? Why'd you take it back, dear? Shit. Oh, I'm still here. Okay. That worried me. Last night, the last night I was there, which was last night, uh, they, the speech and therapy people, now I was in there to help me walk, stand, and all that stuff. I wasn't in there about my speech and my therapy. Maybe my speech should have, I don't know. But they came up with this thing I might have an aspiration problem. In other words, when you're drinking something that goes down, or eating something that goes down the wrong hole and gets in your lungs and causes pneumonia and all that stuff. But I've got a problem in my nose. They put a camera up there and they found something that wasn't there that's supposed to be there. Anyway, they sent me to the hospital uh, over a week ago, and to do a swallow test. In other words, they got this X-ray on it, and that you take a sip of something, you swallow, and it X-rays it and all that stuff, and it come back aspiration problem. Well, hello, they put me on this diet about water, drinks, Pepsis, any kind of liquid, broth and soup. If it's liquid, just normal consistency, they have to add a thickener to it. Well, I can't stand that stuff. I, they was even putting thickener in water. I can't stand it, and they're trying to make me take this stuff. Well, I'm not gonna. If I don't want to take it, if I don't want to eat it, I'm not gonna eat it. And now they didn't have to put it like in V8 juice. They didn't have to put it in any kind of a creamed soup. And usually the highlights of any of the meals in that place was the can of V8 juice that they gave me, and cream soup. Last night it was cream of asparagus and a can of V8 juice. That was the highlight of the meal. The rest of the stuff on the plate was crap, but I was going to eat it because they started trying to put thickener in the V8 juice and in the cream of asparagus soup. They're not supposed to. And I grabbed it from back. I said, "No, you're not putting it in there. I won't eat it." And they said, "Well, we got to. It's labeled." And I said, "Well, I don't care who threw the label on there. I'm not going to eat it." So I've had it in my hand, and this person just brings the meals around. She grabbed it, snatched it out of my hand, and spilled a little bit of it. And then when I told her she could have it, I was giving it to her. And I told her she could have it because I won't eat it. And she takes that and the meal, the complete meal. I didn't get any supper last night. And I was raising hell about it this morning. But anybody with any common sense knows you put thickener in water and stuff that to try and slow it down so it doesn't go down so fast. That's the whole point of the thing. And you don't need it in V8 juice. You don't need it in cream of any kind of cream soup. Anything is creamed that's heavy. So if I could have got hold of that lady, I'd have probably smacked her. Come there and treat me like a 2-year-old child or something. But I'm not done with that deal yet. I'm gonna talk to the dietitian. She didn't get all my whiskeys. I'm seeing that. But anyway, that was about. I was so mad for about 2 hours. I was getting that stuff just nasty. You got it. You've got it, and I'm not. I take it. I take it in my my cranberry juice because I don't require, it doesn't require much from me. But but they had me on that for about the last week. I was so peed off. Sit there and try to force me to change. Now, of course, uh, I'll do some of it here, but if I decide to have a soda, there won't nothing going in that ain't going soda. If I decide to drink milk without that kind, they used in the beginning they were giving me a little uh, pint of a half pint or a pint, I'm not sure, of milk, which I like. And then all of a sudden they started sending, instead of milk, they were sending this little box of stuff that it looked like. Well, it was super thick. Wasn't like milk at all. Didn't taste like milk. And uh, I quit. You should fill out on the menu the day before what you wanted off the menu for the next day. But I was, who's that? Who's, what's next? It's what's next. uh, but I had for the most part, I had a great time. I had an excellent relationship with all the therapists. I got to work with just everyone except maybe two or three therapists. I got to work with them. Uh, there's this one girl, uh, I guess she's in her 20s, and she's very petite. She don't look like she could pick up squat. And she got me on this thing with the handrails. It's when I first started in there. And for me, I was standing up. She was going to help me stand up. And she was such a runt. I'm not, in my mind, I'm thinking, there's no way that gal's going to pick me up. And no sooner than the thought got in my mind, I was standing up, looking eyeball to eyeball at her, and I was shocked that she got me up that easy. Just shocked. Ever since then, I call her the little engine that I used to say the little engine that could, but it ain't could. It wasn't could after that. It's a little engine that can. Because she can flat do a good job. They're trained to know how to do that. And I had another guy. His name was Nick. That rascal. He looks like he's about 20, and he's kind of got long, streaky blonde hair that comes down below his ears. And turns out he's 47. He just turned to grandpa. He was telling me yesterday, said, I'm a patient. He's got 4 daughters and no sons, no grandsons, no nothing, except a bunch of girls. And he said, I'm a patient man, and I hope out of my 4 daughters I get a grandson. So I'll just wait. Nick. And then there's another guy in there that his name is Ozzy. He he looked for the world like rock, the Raster, Dwayne Johnson, and I told him that. I saw the assassins, and did I see Echo guys in there somewhere? I think I did. I just seen him on somebody else's channel just a while ago. But Ozzy, he looks like rock, and I told him that, and people was razzing him about it, and other therapists was kidding him and everything. He's been there. He's been there about 5 years or longer, and I had him as a therapist. Good guy. Gosh, I liked him. And his brother, who they look like twins, but his brother is younger than him. His name was Danny. Danny come up and whispered in my ear, said, "I'm the Rock. I look more like Rock than he does." But I got a bang out of that. They did too. But so many people. But the one that done me the most, got me to improve the most, was this little short lady, uh, kind of overweight a little bit. Her name was Margarita. She's from Colombia, uh, but she speaks fluent English. With that being because English was her first language and not Spanish. So I had her, and she got me. I could walk. I could walk a lap around that gym. I couldn't do it more than one time at a time, but I could walk. She got me to walk around that gym. I don't know how many times. Plus, when they had me on, I couldn't have no kind of water or no kind of soda. And say she was getting me ginger ale while I was in there with her. I was usually with her for an hour and a half a day. But wonderful lady. All of them were just fantastic. And I swear if I had the money, I would do something nice for all of them. They worked hard. I just can't believe. I told the what do you call the guy that's just in charge of human resources thing. But by the way, that rehab is Encompass, and Encompass is a nationwide thing. Uh, they got rehab centers all over the country. They got three here in Florida. Fixed to build another down here in the villages. But just fantastic. I was so just I had a little tear in my eye as I was leaving because I'm already missing them, and I got to check my blood sugar too. 'Cause I got to do that 3 times a day. I didn't have to worry about that. But one thing I couldn't understand, I was leaving there today, and the night nurse coming there at 5:30 to draw blood. And I don't understand why. I told her, I said, "Why are you drawing blood? I'm leaving today." She said, "Doctor's orders." So I don't know. But hey, Amy, Isabel, Brenda Reed, and Patricia, uh, I'm so glad you guys are staying with me. But I'm following instructions this time. I'm not gonna over. But what they're saying. It's when I come home Christmas Day, there was some medication. It was antibiotics, and I still had a little touch of something. And they wanted me to keep taking that antibiotics, 3 pills a day for the next 10 days. And I didn't take that, and another pill I was supposed to take I didn't take, and I got pneumonia. But now they're saying that this aspiration can cause you to stuff to go down into your lungs and cause pneumonia. Well, I don't understand this pneumonia thing. They give you a shot. So a pneumonia shot. So are they saying that don't prevent that or something? I don't know. I don't know. My daughter's uh, getting me lined up with her doctor, hers and boy's doctor. He'd be like a family doctor. The only thing I don't like about him, he's from India. I have a hard time understanding him. And anytime I go to him, Jennifer's going to have to go with me or Donovan to be my ears. There are different kinds of pneumonia. Hey, Willow, how you doing, dear? Nice to see us. Uh, but I'm so glad you guys stay with me. I'm going to make a video. Um, well, we're going out to have a special dinner tomorrow at noon. It's Donovan's birthday. He'll be 33. And he's been craving barbecue. I'm not so hot on barbecue anymore. Because a lot of the places that used to make the vaccine protection against viral pneumonia. Okay, doctors could explain that to me, but they didn't. I'm dealing with bacteria. See, why didn't they tell me that? They say stuff, but they don't explain it to you, and that just ticks me off no end. But I'm telling you, who I don't know the techs that work on them wards. Uh, they they they're the ones that come in there and test your blood sugar. They're the ones helps you get on the commode and all that stuff. They're the one that wipes your butt and stuff. I don't see how they stand it. I really don't. Uh, but I wish I could wipe my butt as good as they wipe it. But and you think they're gonna get upset because you got. Cause one day I had to run. I went 4 times that day, and one time it was only like 5 minutes apart. But they were good. They just did great. And I'm gonna go back for a visit one day and just do a walk through the gym. I've already told them they'd let me do it. I just want to see all those things. And there's one woman in there. She's a real tall black lady. She's a occupational therapist, and she's got 2 daughters. And she's got this one daughter that went to Duke University in Raleigh, North Carolina. She went there 2 years, and then she applied for Harvard, and she got accepted at Harvard. She went to Harvard for 2 years, and I I don't know what it costs to go to Harvard, but I know it's dang well expensive. Yeah, you're right there. Well, yeah. There's a hospital in Gainesville, uh, University of Florida. It's a big hospital. They're needing nurses so bad. they're offering a $40,000 sign-up bonus to come to work. Then they give you $20,000 up front, and after you work there a year, you get the second $20,000. There's another hospital that's south of here. It's the Villages. It's offered $20,000. The same deal. So, and we know, and we got a nurse friend. She's already signed up at the one in Gainesville for that. It's a little bit longer drive for her, but she said she could handle that for 2 years. But I didn't know there was such a shortage on nurses, but there must be. And I feel so bad for some of them. The other night, uh, there's 108 beds in this rehab center. 108, and each night nurse has usually 7 beds assigned to them. In other words, 7 patients they got to take care of. And this nurse's name was Katie. Yeah, she's come on at 7, and I could tell she was upset about something. But on her wing of the rehab center, 4 nurses called out. So that meant uh, instead of 7 patients she had to take care of, she had to take care of 12, almost double what she had to do. And the next morning she was just frazzled, and when she come in my room, I don't know what time it was. I asked her how she was doing. She said, "I'll be all right. I'll make it, Russ." She said, "You're not. You're one of my easy ones." So that made me feel good that I helped somebody by being a nice guy. But I'm not hard to get along with. I am about that lady that snatched that food out of my hand. That I still want to go over and just do it, but just drop it, Russell. That's rabbit hole. You don't want to go down that. But I've really enjoyed my stay there this time. I don't want to go back, but I wouldn't be so upset if I. And by the way, I lost. Let's see, 67. I lost 21 pounds while I was in there. I weigh 247 pounds now. So now I got to keep that up. I'm not. My appetite is not so tremendous anymore. People thought I didn't eat enough in the hospital. The fact is, most of the food I didn't like. Now, the dietitian come in there one time. I said, I don't like most of the stuff y'all putting out. I said, but I sure love your portobello mushroom soup. Gosh, that was delicious. And usually, if they have a soup at lunchtime, they'll have that same soup on the dinner menu. So I got it 2 times that day. I wished I knew how to make this stuff. I'm gonna have to try and get a recipe and do it. But I just love it. I don't know if any others watching my thing tonight or not. I hope so. Uh, Especially that little engine that can. Her name is Bree, and she just had a baby about 3 months ago. Been married 5 years, and I know a lot about each of my therapists because I ask a lot of questions. And then right here at the end, I didn't think I'd be allowed to take videos in there, but turns out they would have let me do it. And I wish I knew that. Stuck in the rehab center. Yeah, the food wasn't that hot. They had a little something coming there once in a while that was good. But now they bring you snacks at night. But after they got me on that thick thing, the only thing I could get at night would be pudding, which I don't want because it makes my sugar spike. Uh, they would bring me juice, but they would thicken it. I couldn't. They used to. They'd bring you a Pepsi if you want. Well, I couldn't get that. They was actually putting thickener in soda. I never drank none of it, but somebody was telling me they did. I didn't think they'd do that. Had to turn the heater up. It's 27 degrees now, but it's about 80 here. Did any of y'all get any snow up there? I know I got to talk to. I think Crazy Family probably got some. But anyhow, whew, I wanted to do this live tonight. Get back with y'all. Gonna do a video tomorrow. Put it up Saturday, and try to. I got a bunch of peppers growing. I got pepper plants all over the place, and I'm gonna start trying to pick them jalapenos and stuff, especially those tame ones. I got snow in California. Really? Holy cow! 70 in Maryland. Well, I guess it's kind of spread all over. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all coming by and sticking with me and not leaving my word about losing people and everything. But uh, I got a couple of doctors on here now. Uh, I know this one, he's been on here a couple of times looking at some of my older videos. And I know a couple of my therapists have been on here. But anyhow, I appreciate it so much. And I'll be hitting y'all pretty regular now. So thank you. And maybe the best is come. And cotton picking third's the charm, better be. I've had a rough few months here. And that 3 times that I've been at that place, and that's where I went right after I had COVID. But anyhow, I'll see you in the next one. I love all you guys. I'm gonna try to get better. My mind's more clear now too than it was. So I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Did I end it? Oh, not yet. There we go.